realize that it's one Portland. A lot of the people who live in the West works in the East. So I'm just raising that how ironic it is, because I see major hype put a video out where he's in foreign and the guy is in all the labor right clothes and then calling and begging money. You get what you vote for. So those who have voted and have gotten their wish to have the government of the day remain, it is the government of the day that has to take care of you. But I saw the public outrage in relation to Portland Eastern, and I'm just making it clear. I'm there to help everybody. You are not required. You don't even have to take off your green armband. You can walk right up in my office with your big green armband. Ask, it's enough for them. Ask them. Enough, big up warrior. I'm a labor right friend. But you completely the beauty of the political process and the I always stress it, the Constitution is the ability to just be whoever you want to be, and you're not deprived of loving who you want to love. In the political process, nobody's gonna say, oh, because you did love action and you should be punished. That's nonsense, right? That's clearly to make that completely abundantly clear. Good. So having said that, we speak now of the vitriol. Why did I even bring up vitriol? Well, I just feel like, and I'm gonna talk more about it when we at the top of the hour. But just to say to people, just on a whole, is it's bitterly harsh or caustic language or criticism. It refers to, again, the language, and it's not just a language, it denotes violent hate and anger expressed through severe criticism. So sometimes when you see them, and it's ironic, you see the people who make the videos, forget about the ones who text, and you even experience the vitriol through texting. The ones who make the video and they come at you, I must thank them, because they really touch the hearts of many people. There are mothers and fathers with sons who have been convicted, who have been deported, and to hear the vitriol that comes out of the mouth of Jamaicans who...
What up, it's a boy CM Flame Entertainment with the latest news and reviews, and what we have on the news menu today is Isat Buchanan, the Member of Parliament for Eastern Portland. I like to call him the political cartel based on the reference between the two individuals, of course. Yeah, man, but Isat conducted his first live since winning the seat in the elections, the past election that happened. Yeah, man, and he exposed a lot of things. He even addressed the threats that the labor rights are sending and what they plan to do over there in Eastern Portland to sabotage him and hurt him, and also constituency members. Also, he touched on the Annmarievaz, he touched on the PNP, he touched on Mark Golden, he touched on the ex-convict, he touched on the brown man shooting. He talks about a whole lot of things, and I think you gonna want to hear this one because you don't know he's a brilliant mind and he's very controversial, but nonetheless he is the Member of Parliament for Eastern Portland, and make you hear myself.
Voter, whether you voted or you didn't, if you're not on the voting list, look now and process and say, what did I miss? if you are on the voters list but didn't vote, think about what you missed, or what you could have done different. I'm sure there's a whole lot of people saying, if I was on the voters list, I'd have voted against Isat. Well, that's the point I'm making. If you don't participate in the voting process, you really about anything that's happening. That's the first thing. But it's more so to just pause to say that, what do I want my beautiful island of Jamaica to look like, and who do I want representing me at the end of the day? Mind you, the election is over and the selection is exactly what the voters wanted. That is to be respected, right? But there also a space to understand that many persons never had the opportunity to meet the candidate. It is important to know that not everybody's going to get to meet the candidate. Not every candidate who means well is going to be able to be outspoken. Not every candidate can articulate what their contribution is, but a good indicator sometimes is the track record that they have. And I maintain Mark Jefferson Golden, Jamaica has missed out on an opportunity to navigate the future of Jamaica within the next 5 years. Yeah, that is just my opinion. The good thing is, though, we are 28 strong as opposition. Even though I'm a young politician, as they say, the race of life has taught me a lot. Being the least among many people in many spaces has caused me to sit and know what it is to not be seen, not be heard, ignored, hated because I'm not from the rich vavavoums as how society sets it up. But one of the beautiful things about it is that Jamaica is an island with extraordinary people. And there are a lot of us who we retained our imagination from when we were young, and there is no system that could snuff that out of us, right? That is important for you to know, because there are persons who have nothing left in them. They will exist and they will cease to exist. And society, they have nothing to contribute, not even them vote. Yeah, that's important to note, that they have nothing. So I was talking about the entitlement. I just saw a comment that says, "Oh, you stole the seats," coming from a Labourite. Now, here's the thing: you cannot fake authenticity. I am an authentic, original, maroon black man. You can't take that from me. Why would anybody think that I would have to steal anything when all I had to do was introduce myself to my people? And people are upset. There's no money in the world that can circumvent the organic reality. The people of Portland, who majority are members of the People's National Party. They love the People's National Party. And people forget, but I will be here to remind them, because I've seen the narrative and I've heard the vitriol. That's what this show is about. So the comments are timely. We must not forget that the only reason, the absolute only reason the People's National Party lost Portland Eastern was because they murdered the member of parliament in cold blood. If he were not murdered, he could not have been beaten. Let us not forget that. Yes? That is a fact. And those people who are drinking mad piss, yeah, facts cannot be altered, cannot be changed. Universal truth. Yes? So people must never forget that that is a fact down in history that cannot be changed. And as people come on here, like let me call out the account which just threatened me and tell me to see there that I should be careful. The person is Tahel, but it's not a real name. Thielman just gave me a threat to tell me to be careful in a space where there are attempts to murder me. Just remember that. But I fear no evil. So your comment is there, it is noted, and it can be tracked. So stay tuned. Somebody will be there to see you. Now, this is a fact. Having said that, yeah, the political process is a process by which, if you engage the voters properly, they will give you a chance. Portland has been known to elect educated, brilliant, intelligent people. Before me, there was a Dr. Bloomfield and there was a Dr. Rod, and you just have to understand that the son and the father, the Rods, but once you understand that, one of I'm not even going to go to what is a sore loser from what is not. Having said that, and you have a full appreciation of what I'm saying, we simply move on, because as I said, the work has to be done. And while we navigate the space and do what we're doing, yes, I'm fully aware of the push. For instance, the destruction of the water pump, the removal of a main tank on Lighthouse Road, and the draining of the water. You're not hurting Isat Buchanan, the representative. You're hurting the people of Portland. And I think that's where people always get mixed up, because it's just like when we were in slavery, when the time you had the house Negroes who would whip the slaves. You weren't hurting the master by doing that. You was hurting your brother and sister. So you get no credit for trying to discredit someone, because I can tell you, this new role that I've taken on is one that simply gives me another platform to continue my advocacy, which is surrounded in human rights, defending human rights. A lot easier for me had the PNP formed the next government, then I would be government and there would be no human rights abuse. However, whilst in opposition, it's still a political platform to speak the words, what about us? Right? That is the greatest thing for you to understand. So while you're on here with your negative comments, make yourself useful and top up the hearts. That's the only purpose that you serve. Your existence outside of that is nonsensical and impractical. So make the hearts run while you put your negative comments. Yeah, but that is that is the key thing that people need to understand, that what the mission is to improve the lives of the people. Back to school is happening now. Just spoke to Ishmael. We're still clearing barrels to continue to give out the school items and assist people where that is concerned, because again, political victimization was real. There are many persons who did not get the benefit of any assistance from that which was in the past or the former, and we have to make up the deficit where that is concerned, and that's something that I'm ensuring that I do. We have to think about life from a family perspective. So from constituency to constituencies, the people in the constituents are your family. The party lines really don't mean anything when the election is over, because governance means that the person who is your representative is there for you whether you voted for them or not. So the good thing with me is that I am there for everybody whether you voted for me or not. There are some people who didn't vote for anybody. But if you truly wanted your candidate to win and the candidate didn't win, I sincerely apologize, but no, I can say it here on my show, on my platform. I'm here for you. And for the next 5 years, there will be no political victimization. Absolutely none. It's one family. And to all my green friends, you're free to remain green. I'm still going to help you, and I'm still going to change your life. That's just me. That's how I am. Yeah? And that's the irony too, because at the end of the day, having cursed me out, you sneak and come, you show up all today, you just show up at my office. And you're asking assistance from me and asking for tablets from me. And you're not even from Portland. But you chose 1 p.m. even though it's 4:52 right now. So I think the practical thing for you to do is to go to your representative who you voted for in your space. Because as a political representative, my duty is to the people of Portland Eastern, and by extension Western, because I've realized that it's one Portland. A lot of the people who live in the West works in the East. So I'm just raising that, how ironic it is, because I see major hype put a video out where he's in foreign and the guy is in all the labor right clothes and then calling and begging money. You get what you vote for. So those who have voted and have gotten their wish to have the government of the day remain, it is the government of the day that has to take care of you. But I saw the public outrage in relation to Portland Eastern, and I'm just making it clear. I'm there to help everybody. You are not required. You don't even have to take off your green armband. You can walk right up in my office with your big green armband. Ask, it's enough for them. Ask them. Enough, big up warrior. I'm a labor right friend. But you completely the beauty of the political process and the I always stress it, the Constitution is the ability to just be whoever you want to be, and you're not deprived of loving who you want to love. In the political process, nobody's gonna say, oh, because you did love action and you should be punished. That's nonsense, right? That's clearly. To make that completely abundantly clear. Good. So having said that, we speak now of the vitriol. Why did I even bring up vitriol? Well, I just feel like, and I'm gonna talk more about it when we at the top of the hour. But just to say to people, just on a whole, is it's bitterly harsh or caustic language or criticism. It refers to, again, the language, and it's not just a language, it denotes violent hate and anger expressed through severe criticism. So sometimes when you see them, and it's ironic, you see the people who make the videos, forget about the ones who text, and you even experience the vitriol through texting. The ones who make the video and they come at you, I must thank them, because they really, really touch the hearts of many people. There are mothers and fathers with sons who have been convicted, who have been deported, and to hear the vitriol that comes out of the mouth of Jamaicans who, what can I say, are the best judges, are without sins, have no associates who have sinned, and to have to endure that, it is a reality check to say that there are persons who we do know and understand just for no reason will hate you, and they haven't reasoned it out. For instance, at 46, approaching 47, people have a problem with my gray hairs, and people have a problem that I don't have a problem with it, and that I decided no longer to use hair dye. If people used to follow me, they know I used to, put on my hair dye and make fun of the whole using the Just for Men. Going on a political journey and in the sun every day. Even people look at me and say I'm black, some look mash up. They associate blackness with mash upness. They associate hard life with gray hairs. But when Moses went up to Mount Sinai, he didn't come back with a mere gray, and it came with wisdom. It came with being on holy ground and having conversations with God. So when I get up and I say God on time, and I get up and say I'm anchored on God, you don't know my rites of passage, you don't know my journey. And let me tell you something, I love my gray hair, not just the ones on my face. I love me and accepting of where I am in life and the blessings that God have bestowed upon my life. Verona, I knew you was gonna laugh when I say I'm everywhere, I talking on my big toe here. And on the but anyway, saying that to say, people, it makes no sense. And then even you've never been around me. Some people, you're never gonna be around me or in the same space as me. But you see me and you say I'm stink. Like, how is that even possible? I mean, I know I live in Portland, I know water is there, but I have a water tank. You get what I'm saying? I bathe, I take my showers, I brush my teeth. I don't understand, but anyway, I bring that up because the vitriol, it comes with just real, it's very caustic, It's like back in the days, the girl them when them vex with our next girl, them burn them up with acid. Or if them man give them bun, the woman will burn you up with acid and man will stab you up. These days they have massive shootouts in Mandeville until police kill them. But And I saw that the news report said the man was previously deported about 3 times from Canada. And I paused for a second when I read that, and I said, you see how life is funny? People would prefer you to be deported, then take up guns, then shoot people and kill people, then police shoot you and kill you. Then all of Jamaica feel good about themselves, because there's no public outrage for the man. But the public outrage comes when you get deported, you rehabilitate, you become an attorney, you go to the Privy Council, and which is like the highest court of the land, the most superior space, even bigger than Parliament, and then you enter into politics, and people say you shouldn't be allowed to do that because as a juvenile you are offended, and the circumstances of the offense is of no consequence, and people don't think that 27 years, as long as Mandela was in prison, has passed, and you dwell on those convictions. And one has to really sit and wonder what would be the basis upon which people would continue to have a problem. What can go so? It's ignorance. It's a lack of education. It's a lack of critical thinking. It's a lack of processing, and it comes with the need to be competitive with the people around you. It's a crab in the barrel syndrome. But one thing I can tell you though, with the greatest amount of respect to every politician who was criticized, and I would have criticized them as well, even to the persons who would have lost. Tony Big Gut, y'all look a man, that me say, but I'm gonna do you a favor right now. We no big gut around here. Yeah. Anyway, what we do in the spaces is to appreciate that every single candidate, ones who didn't run in the from the 2 major political parties, they were brave to run a campaign. I can tell you it's not easy. I can tell you that night and day, and I'm just sharing with the diaspora mostly, especially like my absence from the Will Rattigan show because of how important the Saturdays were, and having to miss Context Matters a couple times, having even some of the nice campaign, the big political platforms where when them say your name and you go to, you go so on, them say, I'm from here, prison, me, I make millions, and you play the comments and everybody rail up for you. Missing that and telling the people of Portland, no boss, we're not going Kingston. No boss, we're not going Mobay. No boss, we're not going Mandeville. No boss, we're not going St. Elizabeth. Turn on your yard, me soon come look for you. We're not gonna away. We want boss. Me not vote. Yeah, but anyway, the sacrifices to have to interface with the voters day in, day out, and the candidates that would have used their resources, their time, their energy, a reduction in quality time for family, just forgetting for self-care, waking up and realizing that it's really, really difficult. Like, I don't know how people do it, because right now I have to work out now to make sure I'm gonna have this big belly. It's like it's difficult, you know what I'm saying? It's rough. And so self-care is important, because if without yourself, or without you taking care of yourself, you won't be of use to anybody. And so exercising, eating properly. Shout out to Barbara. Shout out to the Rodens. Shout out to Miss Ronnie. Just shout out to all the people who fed me, to be honest with you. Properly at that, to make sure that I was not a victim of KFC. And at the end of it, although I have gray hair, I don't look like the Colonel. You know what I'm saying? That's important. But even then, you have to just give credit to those people who all the candidates, I'm bigging them up, and who went out and did their best, whether they were successful or not. And let me take the break real quick.
That's right, it's all in life. Gotta keep your head up and keep it straight. No time for living a lie. Gotta keep it moving till you get it right. That's right, it's all in life. Gotta keep your head up and keep it straight. No time to be living a lie. You can make it if you try. No, I heard them say life much better you live it your own way.
Yeah, and so that's pretty much, we speak about the vitriol, but it's almost like I'm trying to I'm trying to just find the best language to speak about it. But notice the vitriol that I'm speaking about is the violence that comes with it. It's almost like to go on to embark on a course to incite persons to hate you. The type of hate that comes out into the word, which is different from I just don't like you. And it's perfectly fine for you to not like me. I'm not asking anybody to like me. The basis of you hating me is another fundamental flaw that comes with the vitriol that people spew. And it's just limited to me. If you think about the Prime Minister and the vitriol that goes towards him, if you think about some of the female candidates and the vitriol that goes towards them, the body shaming, the colorism that comes with it, when you think about the leader of opposition and the same thing, he's a Jamaican and people are upset that he speaks like a Jamaican, and persons spew vitriol because of that. Kimmy, big up yourself. I'm not reading everything. I don't even know what F1 means. F1. Yo. You now set me up today. But anyway, yeah. Tell me what the F1 means. You know, everybody, the inside joke, when you hear yo, what comes after that? You can type it. I won't say it. But anyway, big up Marky G. You know it go already. One of the things that I'm very, very excited about is that he is remaining the leader of opposition. There is a destiny that must be fulfilled, and his road to Prime Minister, it is ordained. I'm just saying that now, so it will become apparent, and we deal with that when the time comes. Alison Braham, big up yourself. You put a smile on my face for that one. May I clap you. Anyway, so having said that, I know for those of you who know me, I think that you can feel my joy. You can look at my face and see the difference in terms of my countenance, because it was a stressful period. It was a stressful period because, you know, there was a lot of naysayers that was going through extraordinary lengths to try to curve the destiny. But the confidence to follow through with what I know God has ordained for me is just a beauty. And I did it before when I was doing the cartel case. Many things came up. They went as far as the attempt, skillful attempt to disbar me, but went into suspension. But a reliance and confidence in the justice system prevented that. And then came the day, a beautiful day, February 14th, where I did the advocacy ordained by God. So when what God has planned for you is just the formalities that you have to fulfill. And for me, always being able to be grounded and just exercise humility, knowing that it is already written. So you just have to go through and get through the day. And even then, there's a reality. I think today is prostate cancer day. So men, especially if you're over 40, this isn't just random. Again, a part of taking care of yourself is making sure that you go get tested and you do the screening to save your life as fast as possible. But I only raise that because I think that men being the larger percentage of persons who commit suicide because of stress, because of pressure, because of vitriol, because of criticism, because of judging yourself too hard, the conversations that people find uncomfortable to have. Catch a British, what is F1? Because that sounds like some formula racing. Or is that Florida? I don't know. Anyway, everybody is doing it. But yeah, it caught my eye. Somebody explain to me what that means. Stop calling yourself ex-con. Sometimes God puts you through. Yes, I am fully aware of that, you know. It's not me calling myself that. I just quote what the people who have to find ways to feel good about themselves to reduce that which is ordained. Right. So the idea again about the vitriol is just a space, I should say, for lack of anything else, where we should try to ensure that we can criticize without the harsh, caustic energy that comes with it. Your page has been reported, so they put F1. They put F1 to report the page. Oh, really? That's what they're trying to do? Okay, so they said, I think it stopped the freezing of the live. Oh, okay. Very well. So I learned something new today. But not to report. Okay, got you. When you say F1, then they don't report you. I think they I have Starlink and I keep seeing unstable connection. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, and Walking in Divine Purpose is not on YouTube, so don't worry about that. All right, so again, just to say, there is a lesson to be learned from all of this, and it's about walking into your destiny. And I just want to talk a little bit about that. When you were conceived,